Welcome to Borrowed Histories by 5 Senses Ikebana. My name is Nicoletta and I'm a Sogetsu Ikebana artist based in Tokyo. In this series, for each Ikebana creation, I will use borrowed vases that hold a special place in someone's heart. From antique and vintage to modern and contemporary, there is something for everyone in my videos. If you are passionate about Ikebana, or if you wish to learn exciting new ways to decorate your space with flowers, click subscribe and join me on our journey. Now on with the video.
Hello everyone and welcome to Borrowed Histories. My name is Nicoletta. 皆さんこんにちは。華道家のニコレタです。今日もよろしくお願いします。For today's episode, I will use this beautiful vintage vase that belongs to Noriko Silvester. This vase stayed within her family for a very long time. We cannot date it exactly. We assume it's probably more than 100 years old. It belongs to her grandmother, and her grandmother purchased it from an antique shop in Yonezawa. Yonezawa is a beautiful town in Japan, characteristic of many things, but mostly with very severe winters and a lot of snow. That story is what inspired me to choose the materials for today's arrangement. I am not sure you can see in this angle with all the lights here, but this beautiful vase, which is glazed, has some intricate patterns on it. There's tiny little koi fish with probably you are not able to see it in the video now, but I will make sure when I upload the picture at the end that those are visible. It is really, really beautiful. So materials I chose for today's story are white magnolia, and Aranda orchids. The reason why I chose this particular materials, not only because I believe that chromatically and visually they match with this particular vase. The actual reason I chose this material is because magnolia is a spring flower. It is considered a symbol of purity. It has been around for a very, very long time. It is well revered in Asia. The flowers which started blooming do have a beautiful citrus-like scent. And if you look closely, some petals, despite the fact that they are white, they have a small pinkish hue, which is visible on the little patterns on the vase. Now, to start arranging these materials, and given that this is a what we call a tsubo, a type of container that in Ikebana is used for with different styles of fixing and techniques, I'm a little bit worried of using too complicated techniques for this particular vase, because I would not like to scratch. Therefore, I will make use of the characteristic of this material and anchor them by themselves . Just to make sure that they are in place, I will use wire. I will use a brown wire. For those who know, this is a number 26. just to make sure that these branches are fixed together. In terms of techniques for tsubo, we can either use we can bring the branches together and nail them. We can use a one-bar fixture and split so that materials can actually be fixed inside. So this way my two main branches are in place, which will allow me to add the other ones. The flowers are absolutely beautiful, and with the bare branches and the beautiful white flowers, they remind me of winter. Magnolia is not a bendable type of material, so we'll not be able to use the characteristic. Sadly, one of these flowers will reach water, so I'll have to cut. Now, because there is no other fixing materials but these two branches, I'm actually forced to use the connected point and just try to blend all the materials in. Making sure my beautiful magnolia can reach water. They just started blooming. So I'm not sure if they will last for as long as I would like them to last. Magnolia is although it originated in Asia and in China, is now cultivated all around the world. The second material I will use is this beautiful orchid. And the reason I chose the orchid is firstly because it creates a beautiful contrast, and I would like it to give a little bit more depth and to give magnolia a backdrop. But orchid is quite an interesting plant in itself. I'm sure you are aware of the fact that orchids can actually, as a plant, they can live around 100 years old. I'm not saying that these ones are 100 years old. But I thought it would be a beautiful aspect and an interesting fact to add to the beautiful vase. They are a little bit heavy. And they do tend to droop a little bit. If you wish to learn more details about the type of materials used and the story of the vase, please check our description at the end of the video. If you happen to know, to connect, to find out more about this antique shop in Yonezawa, please do get in touch. It would be very interesting to know if this place still exists and to trace back the history of this beautiful vase. As you can see, creating a mass with the scarlet red of the orchid will offer us a beautiful backdrop for the white magnolia. Also, for those of you who follow us and know the story of this particular episodes, if you know anyone who is the owner of a beautiful vase with a particular story that would like to let us borrow the container, please do get in touch, send me a message, and I would be more than happy to connect and to find out more interesting stories. Also, if you are the owner of such a beautiful container with a nice story that you would like to share with us, please do contact me and get in touch. Orchids. I would like to thank Noriko for lending me this beautiful vase. I would like to thank you for joining us each time, and I would like to stay connected. Please do share your comments. Please send me an email if you are interested to lend us a beautiful vase for our shows. And stay tuned for our next episodes and our next stories. Take care, have a good day, see you next time. Bye!
Thank you for watching. If you are looking forward to seeing more arrangements, subscribe and follow the Five Senses social media accounts. Until next time, bye!